Yeah. Cowboy Nation, stand up, baby. Y'all already know who it is. It's your guy, Majestic Sounds, baby. Yes, sir. I just want to let you know a little information about the coaching staff, baby. We are fully staffed. We are completely done with it. We got everybody we want, everybody we need. Yeah, baby. Here we go. Hold on. Let me hit you like this. Y'all already know who it is. Yeah. Your boy excited today, baby. Y'all already know who it is. You got Majestic Sounds. Welcome to the Gridiron Sports Podcast. I'm super excited because we got the coaching staff together. For those of you who don't know, we are completely done with the coaching staff. From my understanding, I don't think there's anything else we need to do as far as the coaching staff. So I'm going to show that to you all real quick. If I can just pull this up. And there it is right there, baby. Here it is, the head coach, Brian Schottenheimer. Shotty, 24 years of experience. Here's the offense. We're going to run this off real quick because I do want to talk about free agency a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So let's try to run these guys' name off. Now, if I mess up their name, hey, charge it to my head and not my heart. All right, so Brian Schottenheimer, obviously the new head coach, baby. Shotty. Then we got for our offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams, 7 years experience. Wide receivers coach, Junior Adams, 1 year experience. Assistant offensive line, quality control, Raymond Chin-Young, senior, 4 years experience. Then we got passing game specialist, Ken Dorsey, 12 years experience. Game management coordinator, Ryan Feeder, with 10 years experience. Running back coach, which we already talked about him, Derek Foster, 5 years experience. QB fellowship, Dealey Harding. Hope I'm saying your first name right. Offensive line coach, Connor Riley, 1 year experience. And most of us already know the quarterbacks coach, Steve Shemsko, 4 years experience. And then we have assistant wide receiver coach, Taekwon. I hope I'm saying your name right. Taekwon Underwood, 3 years experience. And then, of course, the tight ends coach, Lunda Wells, with 13 years experience. Then on the defensive side of the coin, we got the infamous Matt Eberflus, 17 years experience. Assistant defensive line, Brian Bing, with 3 years experience. Then we have the linebackers coach, David Borgunzi, with 15 years experience. We have defensive assistant, JJ Clark, 1 year's experience. Then we have the defensive passing game coordinator, Andre Curtis, with 20 years experience. And of course, the secondary corners coach, David Overstreet II, with 8 years experience. Then we have defensive assistant, quality control, Tanzel Smart, with 1 year experience. Secondary nickels coach, Darius Thompson, with 3 years experience. Defensive line coach, Aaron Whitecotton, with 13 years experience. Then we have special teams, special projects, Nick Sorensen, with 13 years experience. And then assistant special teams coordinator, Carlos Pope, with 15 years experience. Then, of course, our strength and conditioning, Pearl Nash Jr., 21 years experience. Assistant strength and conditioning, Kendall Smith, 13 years experience. And then last but most certainly not least, assistant strength and conditioning, Cedric Smith, with 25 years experience. So there you have it, Cowboy Nation. That is our coaching staff and our strength and conditioning people. So I told y'all, I'm not giving these guys a grade. I'm just not. We're going to have to wait. Let's wait. We got about maybe a week and a half left before the free agency starts. about a week and a half before free agency starts. So I'm going to grade them all the way up until the draft, after the draft, really after free agency, because you have undrafted free agents as well. So we just going to have to wait on that. But I do like what I see thus far, Cowboy Nation. I do like what I see. The coaches there have gotten, those position coaches and those assistant coaches for those particular positions. So I do like that. We are headed in the right direction. Judging by all of the coaches we have, we're going to be run dominant because we're trying to fix our offensive line and our defensive line. And if you know anything about football, it starts in the trenches, your offensive line and your defensive line. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Cowboy Nation, let's talk about free agency a little bit from the wide receiver perspective. Cowboy Nation, I'm asking you all, who can we get to be the yin to CeeDee Lamb? You know, you got yin and yang, or so should I say the yang to CeeDee Lamb. How can we get somebody on the other side, and who would you guys like? Now, I got an idea of who I would like to be the other wide receiver on the other side, but before I go into that, I want to give a shout out to a couple of wide receivers that we already have on our team. And truth be told, these young guys just don't have enough reps in the National Football League, but they did a phenomenal job this past season. So I do want to give them their flowers. Shout out to both of the Jalens, Jalen Tolbert, which I've done an episode on him. Y'all can go check that out. Also, Jalen Brooks. Also, Hunter Lupke, who's something like a fullback / running back. He probably can play tight end too. So shout out to Hunter Lupke. Shout out to Cavante Turpin, who I'm going to talk about in a few minutes here. Shout out to Brandon Cooks, even though he was injured. And shout out to Luke Schoonmaker, the tight end. Shout out to Jay Ferguson, also the tight end, who missed about 4 games due to a little tweak in his knee, and then he had a concussion also. So he ended up missing probably a total of 4 games. And then, of course, Brandon Cooks ended up missing like 10 games. So shout out to every wide receiver, every tight end, everybody who had anything to do with the offense, period. You know, so shout out to you guys. But we still need some help. We do. Bottom line, CeeDee Lamb need help. So from a wide receiver perspective, who should we bring in, ladies and gentlemen? Cowboy Nation, y'all comment, leave me your name of the wide receiver that you would like to have on the team. Now, that's not to say that Jerry's going to get them, but we can at least voice our opinion, and just maybe we can sway their minds. Maybe we can sway their decision making. But I think Jerry understands now, you cannot win with less in the National Football League. You can't put all that responsibility, all that pressure on a group of young people to win with less, who don't have enough reps in the National Football League. Now, obviously, Cavante Turpin is a free agent, and this is not up for debate. Bring him back, 3 to 4 year contract. When we didn't have no offense, he was our offense, along with Brandon Aubrey. Our special teams, shout out to CJ Goodwin as well. Our special teams was our offense. We can't deny that. Our offensive line was struggling majority of the year. No running game majority of the year. And so it's not up for debate. Bring my guy Cavante back, and not back for a cup of coffee. We need him back. 3 to 4 year contract. That ain't even up for discussion. It ain't up for debate. Now, Brandon Cooks is a free agent. Cowboy Nation, what do y'all think? Should we bring him back? Should we bring him back for a cup of coffee? What should we do with him? Now, I'm going to tell you who I would like to bring over in this free agency that's coming up here in about a week and a half. There's a couple of people that I would consider. Number one, I already did an episode on this guy about back in October, 3 months ago. So y'all can go back and look at that one. I might put that joint up at the end of this particular episode so y'all can have easy access to it. But that's a guy by the name of T. Higgins, wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals. That would be my first option. Bring that guy in. And I ain't talking about for no cup of coffee. Need about a 2-3 year contract on that guy. That's what I would do. 2 to 3 years. And I still would draft now. I still would draft a wide receiver. But what that does, that gives that wide receiver a few years to get his feet wet, to get used to the speed of the NFL, give him time to make that transition from college to pros. The next person on my list will be Amari Cooper. I will most definitely look at Amari Cooper. I would love to bring him back. He knows that, so that's always a plus. And my third person would be Cooper Kupp. I would actually look at Cooper Kupp, and Cooper Kupp was probably going to be the cheaper of the 3 wide receivers. So that's my 3, and I throw in Tyler Boyd. I would actually look at Tyler Boyd and consider Tyler Boyd. And then I got one more for you, and that's Noah Brown. Noah Brown is actually a free agent, and Noah Brown knows Dallas. He knows the offense, and I think he was around even when Shotty wasn't the head coach. When he wasn't even an offensive coordinator back then, I don't think, but he had something to do with the offense. He actually been around. He hasn't Shotty been around the organization for a while now. So I think Noah Brown was with us during the same time Shotty was here. So one can argue that Noah Brown knows Dak and he knows the offense to a certain extent. One can argue Amari Cooper and Noah Brown would be a good fit. Noah Brown, of course, obviously would be the cheaper of the 2. You can say those are, about 5 guys to consider. So, Cowboy Nation, what y'all think, though? I want to know what y'all think. Y'all leave me y'all thoughts and concerns on what wide receiver in free agency would you all like to see with that star on the side of the helmet. What wide receiver you think would fit our team? It don't have to be somebody I name. You can be D-Hop. He's actually a free agent. Juju Schuster, a free agent. MVS is a free agent. I wouldn't want MVS over here, though. But he's a free agent. We got quite a few wide receivers. Quite a few of them. Some of them good, though. I looked at the list, and they got a few good wide receivers out there. But the 4 or 5 that I named, those will be on my list. So, Cowboy Nation, leave me your thoughts. Leave me your concerns. That's my time. I truly thank y'all for y'all time. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Nation, make sure y'all give us the thumbs up and make sure y'all subscribe. And of course, sharing is caring. Share this content. Share it with a friend. Share it with a family member. Share it with a coworker. Share it with a stranger. Share it with your significant other and even your enemy. And maybe, just maybe, y'all will become cool after talking about the Dallas Cowboys, baby. DC for life.